Good afternoon. So I am at Scenic Beach State Park today. It's raining, so I am the only person here. I'm not sure about the campground, but in the rest of the parking there is not one person. So we are gonna go see there's a historic house here. We're gonna go see that first. So this is gonna be my test. So the GoPro is waterproof. I want to see how well it takes video in the rain and see if any rain gets on the lens screen, if that affects the quality. But hopefully it works out. We were last here a year ago, I think it was. We were camping with some friends, and it is a really nice campground. This is actually one of my other favorite campgrounds besides Belfair. Here you have a small cell signal. It's not great, but you might have one or two bars. And then before that, we had come here once in the summer and walked around and looked at stuff. So we'll go down to the beach on that path after we see this house. So I think this house belonged to whoever owned this land before it became a state park. So in case you're wondering, it's about 45 degrees and supposed to rain most of the afternoon, but this is a normal Washington fall / winter. We get 6 months of this, and if we happen to get a sunny day from October to May, we're lucky. I should say October to April, because come May it could be kind of nice. There's a neat little gazebo, and they have tons of picnic tables set up. It's a pretty busy area in the summer. Oh, the overlook is really nice. In the summer you can see the Olympic Mountains. I'll probably come back here at some time. Wow, the water is super clear. That is neat. Oh my gosh, I think there's a rhododendron trying to bloom. It's confused with all the rain we've had. That's pretty incredible. But here's the front of the house. It's a neat little house, or it was. It's got an awesome porch. I mean, look at the view that they had. That was their view. Can't really see much today, but oh my gosh, that is a rhododendron. They don't bloom until the spring, like April, and it's December. Pretty neat. All right, so there's an old bell. I'm not sure the significance of it, but we are going to head down to the beach now. So I will turn this off for a few minutes. Here's one last look at the clearing by the house. And again, this is Scenic Beach State Park. Very nice state park. It's just a couple miles from Seabeck, Washington, and the Seabeck Conference Center. And all of that is probably 5-10 miles from Silverdale, Washington. West and a little south of Silverdale, Washington. So I'm seeing water on the lens cover. Oh, I hope it doesn't show up in the video. Kind of makes a waterproof camera worthless if it can't see past the water on the outer cover. Be a waste of a trip. Oh, we'll hope for the best. Oh, we're not going down those steps. The tide is definitely up. Huh. So, there's the beach. And I'm not sure how I'm going to get over there. Oh, there's a bridge over there. All right, let's look at this real quick. All right, crossing this bridge. Almost looks new. I don't remember it being so nice. And it was probably 2 summers ago since I've walked across it. Oh, there's a nice picnic area up here. We'll walk through it on the way out. For now, let's go down to the beach. Hopefully, if the camera does pick up the little water droplet, hopefully it's just like looking through a windshield with rain on it, and everything else is in focus. All right, made it down to the beach. High tide. Driftwood. Wow, so check this out. I'm sure that used to be flat, that foundation they made where that wall is. And there's how clear the water is. Very clear. Yeah, too bad we can't see more, but can't get everything perfect. All right, here's the picnic area right by the beach access. There's a nice bathroom over there. This is really nice in the summer, I remember. Got the water right there. Let's go look at the little map on the board. Oh, there's an old historic little cottage or hut over here. Trees are really big here. All right, this side just talks about salmon, shellfish. So here's a map. Oh, this is just of the immediate area, unfortunately. Shows the picnic area, campground. Doesn't have the hiking trails on it. Here's a map of the Kitsap Peninsula. So we're right there. Silverdale. And Brereton. Let's check out this side. Maybe there's... Nope. Alright, so there's a giant picnic shelter. Let's go look at this little old historic building. Oh, and the bathroom's really nice here, I remember. Can't remember what this is. I mean, look at the roof. Look at the moss on the roof. Ah, it's Grandpa Joe's cabin. Built in 1936. Pretty neat. All right, well, we're gonna go find the trail. It's a COVID closed playground. Let's go this way. Not really sure where, I can't remember where I accessed the trail at. So I'm basically gonna get on the trail and then eventually end up in the campground. All right, not this way. Here's a close-up of the nice picnic pavilion. Yeah, this place was really popular in the summer. All right, I'm gonna turn this off again till I figure out where we are going. So here's the common plants in the park. Douglas fir, sword fern, rhododendron, madrone tree, which we saw at Chambers Bay Golf Course. I didn't realize that was so common here. And the evergreen huckleberry. This is another park that smells really good in the summer because of all the nice trees. So I think I figured out the trail is over here. It kind of, you walk past some, I think there are kayak campsites possibly, I can't remember. Just tons of picnic tables. Okay, yeah, here we go. Group camp area is where it goes through. It's pretty steep, the first part of this trail, then it flattens out. I'll go ahead and get a few shots of the group camp area. Not really sure why they call it a group camp area. Unless these sites are just that big. You have to walk into them. There's one up there. They got a little shelter for the people. There's one of the campsites. Oh, looks like there is an actual road they can drive on. So they don't have to walk that far. They got a little vault toilet back here for them. And I might follow this road till I get to the trail. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. It won't be fun listening to me walk uphill. I'm so out of shape still. It sucks. And then last night, I slept so good. Oh, hold on a second. Here's a trail, maybe. No. There's a structure back there that I woke up with a shoulder back pain from sleeping wrong. But because I slept so good, I never woke up or rolled over, I guess. I hate it when that happens. So I will talk to you in a bit. Oh, hold on. Here's the trail. Trail junction. So I'm not sure where this road goes. Might be, oh, it's a dead end up there. All right, so we are officially on the trail. And the trees doing a good job of keeping the rain off of me now. You can see how thick they are. But you can see how dark it is. It's about noon on a Tuesday. and you would think it's evening. All right, I will talk to you in a bit. Look at all the tree roots on the trail. And then the branches look just like tree roots in there, covered in moss. So this trail, I probably won't walk more than half a mile, maybe a mile max. Then I'll walk through the campground and show you the campground. Campground is really nice. And then we'll go back to the car. So I found out there's a preserve 4 miles from here we've never went through. So I think I'll check that out next. And then I found another preserve on the way here. So when I go back toward home, it's called Anderson Hill Preserve. I went to the parking lot driving down here. It was small, nobody there, but I might check that out too. So many little places to hike. But yeah, look how green it is here and mossy here, definitely in the rainy area here. Very neat. Hopefully this camera's picking up that moss on the tree. It's like Spanish moss, but Pacific Northwest moss. Yeah, I so far I really do like the way the lighting and the color turns out when the sun is not shining super bright with this camera. So I'm really hoping today will be a success, because this is kind of a test. Because I figured out, I know how to hike in the rain now. I got the proper gear, except maybe my shoes. And I just want the camera to work well in these conditions, because if it does, I can keep going out all winter, which would be fun. Can't sit at home. Can't do any work at home either. So we made it a 1/4 mile to the junction. This is the trail to the campground upper loop, 1/10 of a mile. And this is the campground lower loop, 1/2 a mile. We will do the lower loop and then walk back through the campground. So I know half of the campground is closed in the winter, and they only keep like a couple dozen spots open. I think it's the lower loop that they keep open, if I remember right. We had a good spot though last fall. Big fire going the whole time we were here. Oh, looks like we're gonna go down a bit. And unfortunately, if I remember right, we got to go back up. Pretty neat though. It is so green in the fall and winter. I don't know if I told you, but we had close to 8 inches of rain last month in November. This month has not been as wet. It's been a lighter mist, light drizzles, just enough to keep things wet, but not really, you know, increase how much rain we've had. Today will be the most rain, I think, of any day this month. Wow, it's getting dark. I'm not sure this stabilizer works very well in the dark. I feel like I'm hiking in the evening. Oh, I just went through a spider web. All right, I'm gonna turn this off again. As soon as I get around this corner, show you what's around this corner. It's only half a mile to the next part of the campground. I don't know if it's the campground I get to or the spur trail to the campground, but that shouldn't take me but 10 minutes, if that. Going kind of slow when I film, but that's fine. Oh, here we go. Nice straight, flat stretch. Pretty neat. Feels like it's getting darker. There's a nice little tree that fell down. Cut a little notch out for us. Nice of them. It's raining a little harder, but trees are doing a good job of blocking most of it. It's kind of just dripping in places. Now I think I remember we walked toward a road, and at some point I go right to the campground. I can hear cars. Tall the trees are. Oh, this is pretty neat. Trail really opened up walking through the tall trees. This is a nice trail. There's the woods. So I haven't been using the stabilizer because of the noise it makes, but I did get some foam to try and cushion the camera where it touches the metal frame of the stabilizer and the gimbal. I do want to try that sometime, because the neat thing about the gimbal is there is a selfie button and the camera will flip around and point at you as you talk. I do want to try that sometime. Up. So this is my trail, pretty sure. There's no sign, but that goes to the road. It's just over there, like 40 feet. So we will go this way. And if I'm wrong, we will get there a different way. So I'm wearing my ski jacket again because it's waterproof. It actually does a really good job of keeping my shirt or sweater, whatever, hoodie, whatever I wear under it from getting wet because of the material. I mean, I am a little warm now, but I'd rather be dry because when I get damp, it's no fun. Oh, another little obstacle they made for us. So I think this state park is $10 to get in. I think they're all $10. And got my, so my $30 annual pass that I bought back at Kitsap Memorial State Park. I bought it at a machine, so a flimsy paper receipt came out. Well, when I got to Belfair State Park, I don't know if I mentioned this, I might have. They exchanged it for a nice one you hang on your mirror, which is what I was hoping they would do. So, whoa, almost fell. Because I won't lose that. But I think this is my 6th park we've been to since I got that pass. So I really want to go to all of them. If it takes me a month or two to go to all the stuff I could drive to in a day here, at some point, if COVID's still going, I might just go to other parts of Washington with the RV and see those state parks before we actually go on our winter trip. I really want to go on the winter trip though this winter because I want to go to the desert Southwest before it gets hot. So I think worst case, February, March, we should be able to drive down there. I think COVID will be getting better. Already in Washington, just this last week, our case numbers have went down a lot, they said. But we'll see what happens, I guess. Oh, going up a lot. I had to stop and catch my breath. How green it is. Kind of see, like, it seems like you can see the rain falling. It's like misty up in the trees. Probably hear it. All right, I'll probably turn this on when we get to the campsite. All right, so we just got in the campground. I'm gonna show you site 35. See how private they are. So this is your picnic area. Put a tent there. Or if you have an RV or a trailer, super big flat spot right here. There's no hookups, but these sites are super secluded and private. This is probably the best state park in the Kitsap Olympic Peninsula that I know of to camp in. The only drawback is the cell phone service isn't great, but other than that, so this we're in the closed loop right now. Let's go walk through site 38. What I do is walk around this whole loop and get back to the open part, and we will see if anyone's camping. But just look how private. So your campground is backing the forest and you can't even see your neighbors. Looks like they got some cleanup. Campsite 38 to do before next year. I'm sure they'll have a lot more. Yeah, it's just super quiet here. Hopefully this camera is doing it justice. Spot 42. That is nice. You don't have as big of a buffer from the road on this site. All right, so I will turn this off again. And it's a pretty big campground, so it might be a few minutes and I will be back. All right, I want to show you a little trail they have to the restrooms. We were kind of getting to the end of the loop, it looked like, so we'll walk through here. So it's pretty dark and remote. Like, you get up and if you have to go to the restroom, you better have your headlamp or flashlight, because I mean, this is what you're walking through to get to the bathrooms. Here's the bathrooms. It looks closed. All the lights are off. I'm sure the water's off. So, closed for a season. Open restroom below site 18. So you can see there's another trail going to some other campsites. So it looks, they do have a little road from the main road. So if you're handicapped, you could drive up here and park. So we are on the just other side of the loop now. If I remember right, the bathrooms are pretty nice. I mean, had flushing toilets and everything. Oh, I think I'm in the lower loop now because we are at site 15 now. This is where our friends camped, I think, site 14. Yeah, they had a little teardrop trailer and they were parked right here. And that's their little super private picnic table. And we're camped in site 15, which is right over here. I think we had to use one of our leveling blocks. It's not super level, but it's actually not as nice as some of the upper sites. But the RV did a good job of blocking the road. So that was our picnic table. We had our fireplace, our firewood over there by those two trees. This is where we camped last fall. And they have a little playground here. I'd be surprised if anyone's camping here. So we're almost out of here. That's all right though. So that was not the end of the upper campground loop road. Oh, here's site 16. But I think we've seen enough. Hopefully you have a good idea of how nice this campground is. So again, this lower part, you can camp here now all year if you want. That actually might be the road coming from the upper part. Yeah, it is. They have the gate closed. So I want to say there's 50 some campsites here, maybe 60 max. But up until May, you could pretty much just drop in and get a spot. Once May, it gets iffy. And then, of course, from Memorial Day to Labor Day, if you don't have a reservation, you won't have a spot. This part of the lower campground I didn't really care for it. It's not very level, really. Looks like I got all the water turned off and wrapped up. Even in the campground where it's open. Huh. Site 20. Oh, this is the host site. It's the only site that has power. And it might even have it. It has a dump station there. Really nice. I wish if this site had power, oh my gosh, I would pay $50 a night to camp here if it had power. Full hookups, it's that nice. I would pay $60 probably. I mean, it's just super nice. We almost stayed in one of these spots when we came last fall, but they weren't secluded enough. You're right off the road. You can back in. Yeah, so that's normally drinking water. Oh, here's their dump station for when you leave. Ah, that explains why that host has a sewage hookup. They're really close to the dump station. So it wouldn't be hard to put sewage, at least on this side. You know, it's all downhill to the dump station, I would think. So that trail, not sure where that goes. We're gonna just head back to the road because I know how to get back to the car this way. But this might be it. So I hope this turned out. I hope it showed the how nice this park is, even though the weather isn't the best. But this is our weather for 7 to 8 months of the year. You forget about it in the summer, and then it hits you in the face. And then you're like, why do we live here? And that's the truth. So this is the walking trail to the picnic area. We will take this. This should take me pretty close back to the car. Definitely raining harder. It got really dark. So I have not seen one person, not even in the campground, since I've been here. I'm the only person here. It's kind of nice for filming. I like not running into people, having to turn the camera off or change directions at pointing it all of a sudden. Because most people, they don't really want to be in your video. I don't really want them in my video either. I don't mind if it's from a distance, but I'm not trying to get their face. You know, if they're far enough away, all you see is a blob, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna turn this off and we are gonna drive to the wetlands preserve 4 miles south of here next. All right, we are back to the parking lot. I wanted to show you how empty it was. I bet I'm the only one here still. Most people, it's funny, in Washington, they do not go out in the rain. Like, we don't usually go out in the rain, which is weird because it rains a lot here. It's actually not bad. I mean, look how empty this is. Not a car. So I'm hoping this weekend we might try and go snowshoeing at Crystal Mountain. Or we might try and drive up to Hurricane Ridge and snowshoe. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But I will see you at the next video.